Hey guys, what's up? It's Allison. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time that I upload. Today, I am very excited for this video. I'm going to be talking about things that you will and will not need in your college dorm. Those of you who don't know me, I am a college senior. In my last video, I talked about tips that I wish I knew before entering freshman year of college. So if you haven't seen that video, be sure to check it out. There are a lot of things that I wish I had known before starting college. So if you are feeling nervous about college, be sure to check that video out. I will leave it linked in the description below. But in this video, I'm going to be specifically talking about your dorm room and things that you should bring and things that I don't feel like are very necessary for your dorm. And if you guys aren't already, make sure to follow me on my social media. And without further ado, let's get on into the video. Everything that you bring to college has to go home with you. So you do need to remember that if you're flying on a plane, all of the stuff that you bring has to be able to be flown back. If you are getting stuff for your dorm, when you get to the place, you're either gonna have to throw it out or it's gonna have to fit with you on the plane. You need to remember that when you're buying decorations. Don't be spending too much money on decorations. I honestly didn't decorate my dorm room a ton just because I didn't feel it like necessary. I wasn't in my room a ton, and when I was in my room, I was like sleeping or doing homework. I got some cute sheets and that was about it. But if you are gonna buy stuff, I would recommend going to like TJ Maxx or on Amazon and trying to find cheap alternatives instead of buying like something super expensive from like Target. Target is super expensive. The things that I also did like to have are like pictures of my family, my dogs, my bunny. And I would actually wait until you get to your dorm and are settled and put everything else in your dorm before buying stuff so that you know what kind of space you're working with. All right. The first essential for your room though are these wall plugins. You can get them at Bath & Body Works. They last about a month depending on the size of the room and stuff. I loved them. I feel like a lot of the dorms are very musty smelling, and this kind of like makes it smell really good. Every time somebody would walk in my room, they're like, oh my gosh, it smells so good. You can't have candles in most of your dorms, so I have never gotten in trouble for having them. I would look over the rules, but I think that they're allowed in any dorm. The only issue that I did run into with having them is my RA was just like, you need to keep it filled, and if it's ever empty, you need to unplug it, otherwise it's a fire hazard. All right, another thing that you're gonna need are two things: extension cords and like these things that are like multiple plug outlets. I don't really know. You can find them on Amazon. I'm gonna have all of the things that I'm talking about linked to my Amazon storefront. The dorms don't have like a ton of outlets, and so if your bed's not right next to an outlet, you're gonna want an extension cord. I also like the ones that kind of like can rotate so that you could have something pushed against it and then still have your cord. Your cords aren't getting smashed and destroyed. Especially if you guys are lucky and have a bathroom. Most of the time, you're only gonna have like one outlet, and if you have an electric toothbrush and your roommate has an electric toothbrush and you wanna have a wall scent thing and you guys wanna do your hair in the bathroom, you're not gonna have enough plugs. All right, the next essential for all of people that are always cold is a heated blanket. I like to keep it a little bit warmer than most people, and so I'm always cold, and I would just get in my heated blanket and I would be warm, and then I wouldn't create any tension with my roommates. And in the summer, the dorms sometimes don't have the best AC. I would invest in getting a cooling weighted blanket. I have one of those. It keeps me cool, and it also just like adds some weight. You're supposed to get like 10% of your body weight as a weighted blanket. So for example, I weigh 115 pounds, so I should get a 10-pound blanket. I have a 20-pound blanket because I like the extra weight. If you're getting a new pillow, I would get a like gel cooling pillow. Then you never have to flip your pillow over. I haven't flipped my pillow over in forever because it just is always cold. Also, get a mattress protector and get a little pillow protector. You don't want to get bed bugs. Another thing you guys are going to need for your bed is a memory foam topper. The beds are not comfortable. I also would recommend having 2 pairs of sheets so that when you're washing the one pair, you can just have another pair on so that you can like still use your bed. I don't know. You want to take advantage of as much space as possible. Your dorm room is not going to be huge. I had a shoe rack. I have this specific one that I absolutely love, and I brought it to college. I've gotten my whole family hooked on them. They're from Amazon. They're only like $30. And if you need multiple, you can like connect them either like side by side, or you can do up and down. Also, I lifted my bed all the way up so that I could put stuff under my bed. I would get one of those like over the door hanger things so that you can put your bags, your purses, all that type of stuff up on that, rather than like just having them thrown out or taking space in your closet. They can just be over the door on your closet, but like over the door. You can hang towels on them. Super nice. You can also get like the command hooks, put them on the wall, but you need to be super careful with putting stuff on the wall because the paint is super cheap, and when you peel anything off, even if it says that it's supposed to be like safe for walls, literally it will always come off, and you just gotta like hope. If the room already is like really gross and has like paint everywhere, then you should be fine. but if it's like super nice, then just be careful because they might charge you for that at the end of the year for like damage. Also, depending on who you are and where you're at and stuff, I would definitely recommend getting a safe. I have my passport with me. If you're planning on getting a job, you're probably gonna need your passport or social security card or something like that. You don't want anyone getting a hold of that, so having that in a safe is really nice. Also, invest in some headphones so that you're not listening to music with your roommate, trying to study right next to them. Be aware of your surroundings. I love my AirPod Pros. These are like some other like weird things, but having like a little razor protector thing, I liked having on my razor. That way I didn't cut myself like moving in between my room and the bathroom. I also talked about this in the last video, but making sure that you have a bathrobe if you have a hall bathroom, because you don't want to be walking around in a towel. It's just kind of awkward. I did it, but some people are, you know, so just something to think about. Shower shoes. The showers are disgusting. All right, my roommate had this and it was a lifesaver. I'd never heard of it before. Shout out Kedron. Poopery, so amazing. You just spray it in the toilet before you go number 2, and then you go flush, and it literally just smells like the poopery. My mini fridge with a freezer on top, not a mini fridge with a freezer inside of it. I had literally like this. It was bought on Amazon. This is the exact one. It had 2 separate compartments so that it kept on different temperatures, because I didn't have, my sister took mine this past year, so I didn't have it. And we used Kedron's, and we would crank it higher when we had like ice cream. You know, sometimes, especially girls, you get on your time of the month and you want ice cream. So you put the ice cream in and it froze everything in the freezer part and the refrigerator part, but it wouldn't freeze the stuff so cold. Our ice cream, if we left it over like a week, it would be to thaw. Kedron and I also had this little key holder where we had our cars, but even if you don't have your car, you won't like to store your key. It's nice to know where your key always is. I always would walk in the room and put my keys right there. Kedron sometimes wouldn't, and then would not know where her keys were. So it's just nice if you have one of those, like right when you walk in, you can just throw it there, and then you always know where your keys are and you won't ever be freaking out about where it is. I talked about this in my last video, but I'm gonna talk about it here again. Don't bring your entire wardrobe from home. You're gonna go home throughout the semester so you can switch out clothes. You're not gonna wear half of the stuff that you bring. Also, I'm just gonna say this in case you have even the thought about bringing a pet, or you're like, oh, I wish I had my pet. Don't. Or you're thinking about getting a dog and saying that is an emotional support animal. Don't. I promise you, you will not want to be taking care of that pet. Like, it's fun for the first little bit, but don't get, especially a dog, don't get a dog. Like, I have my bunny, and if you're gonna get an emotional support animal, I love my bunny. She's so low maintenance. I feed her once a day, and then I have like a huge water thing that goes out maybe like once a week. And then she poops in a litter box, and then I clean that out every other day. It's very easy to take care of. Dogs, you have to walk them all the time. You have to socialize them, or they literally will bite people. They'll be scared of people. Don't get a dog. I think the biggest thing is to just wait and bring the necessities. You can always go home or have your parents ship you stuff. And for decoration, like, wait until you see the dorm so that you kind of know space, because you don't want to just have all this stuff. Also, I would invest in a mirror, like a nice full-length mirror if you have space, because I actually loved having a mirror. And those little makeup mirrors that like light up, that's also, I feel like, a necessity. So that's about all I can think about for what you need and things that you aren't gonna need in your dorm. If you guys can think of anything else, leave them in the comments, and if you have any questions, also leave them in the comments. Feel free to DM me if you have any questions about anything about college. I'd love to help you guys out. And good luck with this incoming semester. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that, and like this video if you enjoyed it, and follow me on social media if you want. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.